Twin spell is 1 or 2 if it's 1 if it's a cantrip. When you cast a spell that targets only one creature, it doesn't have a range of self. Does heal have a range of self? 60 feet. Okay.
We're live. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, friends. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm your Dungeon Master, Ben, and we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. And tonight with me so far, I have Bodhi as Reynold.
The cleric that doesn't know what he's doing, but he's getting better.
And Chris as Picro Nicolo.
I had a great intro last week, and I forgot it, and I meant to go back and look at it again so that I could remember it, and I didn't.
This is better. And I think Joel will be joining us soon. He's always rushing home from work to make it, so I expect him to be dropping in shortly, most likely. But I wanted to make sure that we started the stream here, and tonight we are telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes era. Ba-boom.
Was that the Skype noise? Or that's like a noise when someone enters a chat room somewhere. You just know it is. I can't think of the name for it for the life of me right now, but
Joel
out
must
there.
bring that intro
Skype
sound vibe, because man, that was.
I don't have the vocal energy for it.
Then I was reading up on meta magic.
Well, you guys get it past. Chris, I appreciate you making it, even though, see how your voice holds up here.
Yeah. I was worried I
Whose
wouldn't be
dogs
able to get.
are those?
I was worried I wouldn't be able to get Bicrawl's voice and accent right during this, but then I remembered that it hasn't been the same for 2 episodes yet, so who cares?
It's kind of what you make it.
Yeah, figure it out.
Last game, we got into an interesting predicament, I thought. You guys have come to a summit of dragon lords and ladies, and suddenly it has become a celebration for the wedding between Queen Locriana and King Shinduras, who has garnered something of a following, being touted as the new light of the realm, the silvery light of the night, as they would. And Locriana herself appeared and announced that the festivities would begin. And then you met with Karthak, who is a powerful general among the dragon armies, Locriana's main general. And I'm going to pull Joel into the stream here.
Also, real quick while we got a minute, Twin Spell actually takes a number equal to sorcery points of the level that you're casting to twin it.
Oh, that's right. So you wouldn't be able to do the higher level
No,
spells.
I would not be able to. But now,
What's up, Joel?
carry on.
We're live. Got you in here, my friend. You might be a little quiet. But, yeah. Hope you're doing well. I was just going over what happened last time. And with the festivities surrounding the wedding between Queen Locriana, King Shinduras. And after your meeting with Karthak, there was another person there who he essentially ordered to accompany you to, your next part of your mission regarding recovering the scepter and robes of the Dragon Watcher. And so supposedly you will be journeying with her there after the conclusion of these, ceremonies and whatnot. But then there was a hunt, and during the hunt, you came across boar that had been slain by dragons, and then the dragons made their attack upon you guys, and you're able to banish and defeat them. And then Reynold was able to take over the mines of one of these dragons who came back in human form or elf form. And now you have something of a powerful ally in this, dragon nobility, Vita. And her sister Isath is also with you. And that's where we'll just pick up the game. And I would have, as the festival continues, we had, P-Crawl was going off to finish hunting and try to, come out ahead in this this hunt, this contest.
Might as well. We're here.
Yeah, we got some dragons helping.
And you're being aided by powerful magic in seeking these beasts. Will you make for me a survival check with advantage?
Yes, I will. I will gladly do so. Oof. Thank God for that advantage. That's a 25.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Excuse me.
Rolled a natural 1 and a
slain,
17.
I think we had said you had slain 6 boar so far last game, 4 or 6.
Yeah. Sure.
You're going to come up with 16 boar heads here. Total.
Nice.
So I would have the festival continue, and then you all are returning to the Rose Garden of the Sacrament in the company of the sisters Isath and Vita.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so what? So we just took the heads of the boars, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So what do they do with there's a bunch of meat out here now? They just leave that laying around.
Oh no, the squires and servants will be after it soon, I'm sure, says Vita.
All right. No, it's good. I just make sure someone come and get
yes, we will feast upon this as part of the celebration, of course.
Oh yeah, no. I was gonna come back and get it later if nobody else did. That's all I was asking.
Leave that task to the others, Lord P-Crawl.
All right. Well, fair enough.
I'll be glad to eat something other than that weird boned fish that we just. I personally, I did not like it. It was pretty. Ugh.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, well, I saw you suck that thing down, man. You were like you were starving.
Getting any elk. It was pretty good.
I didn't care for the fish myself either.
No, it's a bit of a quiet taste, honestly.
Joel, I think you might have a different mic input set. I'm not sure. You might want to check that. It sounds like an onboard mic or something.
Oh my gosh, a tech issue? We haven't had one of those in a while.
Let's do it. So, as you approach, there is a long table where hunters are lining up to present their bounties. Kurthak is there to receive the boar's heads as the master of the hunt. And as you approach, he says, well, let's see. Record so far is 14. And he asks how many you've retrieved.
Oh, yeah, well, I got 14 here. And I got these other 2 that go with it.
Well, we have a new winner. I was wondering where these others had been, and as you've arrived as one of the later hunters, by the queen, she has offered you something from her collection. And so, Chris, for P-Crawl, you can choose a rare magic item.
Oh, nice. Yeah, let me just take a look around here and see what we got.
Hey, you should get that. You should get that painting. Probably very valuable.
Yeah, we'll see what we find.
And I would like to, of course, extend my invitation to you, Lord Reynald, Lord Mordecai Belial, and of course, yourself included, P-Crawl, to join me for breakfast. I wish to discuss diplomacy for the lands of your people.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, all right.
And so the same festivities are continuing, axe throwing contests, archery, games of chess, and other matches of wit. And it is late in the evening, and everybody has had quite a lot to drink. What do you all have planned? Let me start with Joel. What do you think about your mic situation?
Can you hear me now?
Much better.
Better?
Thank you.
Perfect.
Well, Joel, do you have anything in mind for this evening? I would just have you guys still with Isath and Vita, but they're ready to say farewell at any point.
From my understanding, we have control of one of the dragons for the next month.
Yes. Vita.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, I just want to casually check on the other one. I don't know if I trust the other dragon completely. Yeah, so I'll keep an eye on it from a distance.
Okay.
I think that'll be the extent of my evening.
Okay.
And if I don't see it do anything interesting for a couple hours, then I'll probably reunite with the rest of my group.
Okay. Very good. Reynold.
Reynold is going to scan the party. He's taking in libations and such, but he's going to scan the party for any sign of Actos or her people that we led here, and is trying to see if there's any sign of her, if her people know where she's at, and probably a shot in the dark, but also trying to see if there's any of those weird mutated dragon folk as well. And I think to help aid this as well, I'm going to go off into a corner, like I'm going to go get a drink or something, and I'm going to cast, like off in a corner, detect good and evil, so I can see if there's anything malicious going on here. So aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. And I'm just gonna kind of scan the crowd, walk through, letting my spell try and pulse and see if I can get any pings off of any servants, people attending, anything like that.
Okay. Okay. Mordecai, you notice as you, are kind of trying to keep an eye on Isath and Vita. They stay together mostly until one of them seems to have been invited to visit with where the Queen is staying. You all have come upon I believe we had said the South Lawn was for the encampment of the Queen last time. And the most regal tent there, of course, would belong to Queen Locriana for this stay. And you see that Isath has been invited there, and she, looks questioning to her sister, as it would seem they are almost always together. And she departs to enter the tent.
Quick point of order: the Queen resides in the north part, and
North. Thank you.
Okay. Shindora's people in the south.
Very good.
My notes are helping.
I think knowing that neither one of them was invited, it would probably seem a little strange to me that the Queen would invite one of them to speak to her privately. So I would make note of that to my crew.
Okay. And do you wait for her to come out for a period of time? She has been in there for several minutes.
I think anything more than 20 minutes, I'd probably just leave.
Well, just as you're ready to leave, she comes out. And very, before she was, seemed to have a kind of a playful attitude and she was enjoying herself, and she comes out looking a bit solemn, and then speaks with Vita, who then enters the tent herself. And a similar amount of time passes before she too returns.
Interesting. Reynold, what do you make of this?
Well, I would assume word got around that they were not abiding by the rules and there's some sort of repercussion happening. We can go talk to ISAP and see if we can maybe figure out what it's about. See if they... Because even though they did try to kill us, I will try and vouch for them if they have got in trouble of some sort.
It would be a pain to go through all of that to gain a new ally just to lose it so quickly.
Yeah.
And as far as Reynold as well, some time has passed before you've met with Mordecai here to discuss this. And you have been looking for Actos, and the people that you led here were supposedly followers of Actos that you were kind of shepherding while Actos went ahead to make provisions and prepare. But you found that she has turned against you, and she is also a draconic mutant of sorts who can shapeshift, it would seem, or at least possesses this duality of personas. And she was stricken down in battle. Then you kindly
brought her back on the basis of Pakral.
Pakral was a little kind of off, kind of I don't know, disconcerted, but she kind of just started to leave and so left.
We tried to get her to stay, but she was like, "I'm out of here," and so. Oh well.
And Reynold wasn't quite sure what had transpired.
I thought it was fun. I didn't know. Who could have known?
I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Her people are at hand and on the south lawn, and they have made their encampment there. But she is nowhere to be found.
Interesting. Is my detect good and evil? It's only been up for like 10 minutes. It's not a very long time, but as I've been like kind of walking through the crowd, have I gotten anything from that, or is it all just these are dragon people?
Central to these lawns is a rose garden, and some time passes and you find yourself walking through the rose garden, and you see that the roses have been turned to black. And this is where there was the statue of Shantia before that was a fountain, essentially, raining over all of these roses. And it still rains, but the site of where this statue was has been desecrated, and there's new magic there.
It seems malicious magic, or at least Reynold assumes that since it's a statue getting desecrated for whatever purpose.
And the podium of sorts that it stood upon, a large stone platform, still stands there like a stage, and the fountain around it is frozen.
Remind me again of who this Shantia is. Would Reynold have any recollection? Have we encountered?
She is a goddess of I believe it is agriculture.
So not like an evil god, like a generally good person.
Yes, one that was well regarded and worshipped by many in the past, but now is among those who have left the realm.
Could I make some sort of check, arcana, or like hopefully religion, to see if I can remember anybody that would have beef with this agriculture god, or if it's just, or what type of magic has been put on this, just to see if to gain some sort of knowledge before I act on this.
Yes, you can make an arcana check if you like.
Okay, I'm not very good at arcana checks, but we gotta just go for it. That's a 9. Oh god, what? I don't even know what is this.
And as you're gazing upon this, a server with a platter of wine flutes. Is wine ever served in flutes or just glasses? Wine glasses. Steps up. Oh, a beautiful stage for the new king and queen. No?
Oh, so that was done in place of the new king and queen getting married? Was this statue was kind of...
Oh, yes. The statue is given as a gift from our queen to our king and will be taken to his hoard.
I see. Oh, I look at this server. I assume since he is staff at this event, he is with the queen and not like any other particular group of dragon.
He does have the emblem of Queen Locriana.
Was this statue like this before, or was it more vibrant? I don't know. I don't know much about, this type of magic, so I'm just trying to learn.
Well, when you arrived, you saw the statue, and it was still there, just a day earlier that day or whatnot, and it was providing, almost the rains that fed these gardens. You'd see the water leaving her fingertips, going into, the clouds above the garden here, and raining upon them.
Well,
raining upon the rose garden. So you have witnessed it yourself. Sorry.
Reno takes a flute or glass. He doesn't know the difference or if wine should be in either one because he doesn't know that much social etiquette. So he just takes whatever's on the platter and accepts it and takes a sip and is like, "Thank you. I think I'm just gonna."
He just bows and is on his way as well.
Okay. I want to wait a bit and make sure the coast is clear before I attempt to cast a spell.
There are people passing through the rose garden from time to time, but they do seem to be mostly, taking part of the festivities on the various lawns. So, would you make a perception check for me, please?
Sure. I'll do a perception check. I got a 14.
Okay, it seems like the coast is clear here. There are some larger brush that offer some cover around the backside of the fountain here, and nobody seems to be, walking in what is kind of a horseshoe-shaped path around the fountain.
Okay.
What do you have in mind?
I like to cast 2 spells in succession, and I'm gonna do both no matter what. So I want to ritually cast commune. I'm literally just gonna be in the bushes, just hiding as I cast this spell, and then commune essentially lets me ask 3 questions of my deity or a divine proxy, and I'm trying to make this spell try and connect with the deity of the statue, Shantia, to see if I can find any connection whatsoever. I know that this deity has probably not been around in the material plane for a very long time, but I want to see if I can get through whatever barrier there might be.
Okay.
So I spend 11 minutes in a bush casting this at a formal party in full armor, just kind of hoping that if people walk by and notice me, I'm just, having a nice little time, drinking wine occasionally, trying to at least look the part.
Why don't you go ahead and ask your questions?
Okay. My first question I'm going to ask is, Shantia, are you alive?
And a moment passes, and then you hear the kind of quick, violent fluttering of your canary. What did you name your canary?
Julia.
Julia. And she flies out of her wicker cage and flies upon your shoulder and begins to chirp. kind of somewhat frantically.
Don't know how to interpret that.
You might redirect the your question to a different divine proxy.
I take Julia and I put Julia on my finger, and I say, I don't know why I have to cast a spell to talk to you in this way, but whatever, it's fine. Julia, should I restore this statue?
No.
No? Interesting. I mean, I can try to. I can't really know if it'll succeed. And I guess the third question I'll ask is, because Strogafleece has had a connection with Shinduris in the past, if I recollect, or at least I got the idea that they would be fine with each other, like not necessarily aggressive, but
absolutely
being able
there
to
would be
coexist
peace between them. Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll go up to I guess I'll talk to Julia and ask just a simple question. Should I stop this marriage between the queen and king?
Ooh, wow. Yes, she says.
I was kind of hoping you would say no, because now I have a lot harder job. All right. Well, thank you. I know if I ask you more questions, you're just going to turn your head at me and not understand a word, even though I speak Celestial and I say that in Celestial. But it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever.
And you know that, as Chauncey was like a mother of agriculture, her and Shograflees would have been closely linked. Probably great allies.
But doesn't want the statue to be restored. Interesting. Interesting. Well, anyway, with that done, well, those spells are gone. I'm just going to walk off, and I'll probably find Mordecai, who's talking to me about these two sisters getting called into the principal's office and being talked down to.
Why don't we go back to that then in P. Crawl? We could have at hand as well as the three of you kind of reunite here during the party. And so Mordecai had noticed Isath and Vita invited into the tent of Queen Locriana one at a time, and then leave with kind of, saddened expressions.
Just out of curiosity, from a cursory glance, does it seem like anyone has ridiculous amounts of warheads? Is there anyone visually beating us at this point?
A lot of what? I'm sorry?
I heard warheads too.
Boarheads.
Oh, boarheads.
I was like, are we trying to ruin their their gums in their mouth or something?
The next best was 14, and P. Crawl, or your group, won the contest.
It looks like at least we have succeeded. So
yes, and Kurthak had offered a powerful magic item from Queen Locriana's private collection to P. Crawl.
Gentlemen, do be careful. We don't know the nature of the magic enchantment. So do beware of curses.
I got a spell for that, but we have to at least wait a bit.
Chris, you're muted. Sorry.
As he's saying this, Pakral comes into the room and goes, "Oh, hey, look, I got a new cloak. It's magic."
Is it cursed?
Ooh. I hope not. Nah, right?
No,
I
no, nah. It's probably
No.
fine.
It's
Yeah, I can
special,
fix it
yeah.
later. It's okay. It's all right. I can take the curse off the item. I think.
Yeah, well,
I haven't really done
we'll
that
see.
before. Anyway, cool cloak. Just to catch you up, Pakral, we had the two, ice sister dragons who tried to kill us. Got called into the big queen's principal's office and got talked down to separately. And we don't really know what's going on there, but they look sad afterwards.
Let's hope we're not in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I asked Julia a couple of questions about like a statue in the rose garden, and I asked her if I should stop the wedding, and they said yeah. So we got to do that now. I don't know how we're gonna
All right.
do that. That's gonna be hard to do.
Yeah.
Can't imagine that will go very well.
No,
This
no,
crowd.
not at all. Yeah,
Hey,
everyone just start thinking of wedding crashing strategies, and we'll just brainstorm and come back later to that.
Maybe I should like burst in and say, not her. She's mine.
Say, yeah, you're in love with her, and you won't stand for it.
I will not
And
stand
we're
for it.
like there to, yeah.
I kick open the door and say, I object, which would make sense.
I mean,
For me-
I have a throne. I feel like I need a queen, right?
Hey, by the way, just a sidebar. I just noticed this cape smells a bit like brimstone. Is that like a thing? Is that like a curse thing?
I point to Mordecai. You've got your better chance of
Oh
asking
yeah,
him.
you're the brimstone guy.
He's
right?
the whole devil stuff.
Can I sniff a curse?
Mm.
Is that one of my powers?
Apparently not.
I mean, it smells like home.
Oh yeah, we know that.
So I took.
Well, how about you wear it, and then if it's bad, and we figure out it later, it's bad.
You know
I can
what?
fix it.
I have experience with cursed items. I feel like I'm probably the best one for this job.
Mordecai, would you make an Arcana check, please?
All right. 1 second.
Is this a cloak of displacement?
No, it's actually I misspoke when I said cloak. It's actually a cape. It's the cape of the mountebank.
Oh.
I put it in the chat. It basically gives
thank
me the ability to cast Dimension Door once a day.
Very good cape. I made a lot of good use out of that.
Yeah, because I don't have a lot of mobility in my character, so
Oh, whatever, Mister 400 feet around.
You know what? Sometimes teleporting 3 times in a turn is not enough.
Mordecai, you've heard of this cape, and that's what it's supposed to smell like, oddly enough.
You know what? That's normal. You got to break it in.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, there's like
Get used
dragons
to it.
and stuff. Everything smells like brimstone around here.
Oh,
I
get
think-
used to it. It's all right.
I think you should dry clean it, because I think if you wash it, it's going to shrink a lot, and it just won't be, it won't
Oh,
it'll
yeah?
look goofy. Yeah.
You know what? It adds
I bet-
character.
I bet I just find a fella that could do a little prestidigitation on it. Probably clean it right up, right?
Yeah,
When's
probably.
it-
It's got to be somebody
when's it,
around
fella?
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna find me a nerd with a book and see if he can do a little spell casting for
And
me.
then take his lunch money afterwards. Yeah, let's go bowling. Yeah.
You want to cast Gaius on him too?
Yeah, we're going to cast Gaius on a nerd and make him clean our clothes.
The
Anyway.
Hero's Era does not condone bullying.
Do you guys have anything else in mind for this evening?
No, I think we've done quite
I
enough.
want to talk to the two sisters and see what all that was about.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
actually, that sounds. I'd be interested in that.
Okay.
I'll tag along for that.
You would find them on the Black Dragon's lawn, the north lawn. And as you approach, oh, you again.
I kind of saw each of you going into the Queen's tent individually. I didn't see it, but Mordecai did, and he told me. But
You have your friends spying on us.
I didn't tell him
No.
to do that. You tell him. You gotta
Just
ask him
happened to see
yourself.
it.
Lord Mordecai, why would you do this?
Oh, he
there's-
wasn't spying. I think you misunderstood. He just happened to see it, and we were concerned, so we wanted to just talk. That's all.
I am concerned.
You know what they say. There's no honor among thieves and killers. Which one are you?
Well, they got paid to kill, but they weren't.
What?
They didn't steal the payment.
Well, when we claim another's gold, it's not really theft. It's
Spoils.
really much more spiritual thing involving the Horde and Asturlabor and ancient laws.
Well, think about it this way.
But murder
You're
for
part
sure.
of our horde now.
Oh my.
This horde of friends I'm making.
Because the friends that we find along the way were the treasure all along.
Sometimes the real horde.
It's the friends you make along the way.
Friendships you make along the way. Yeah.
Will the three of you please make for me insight checks?
I don't think I need one.
I think I know they're annoyed. It's pretty evident. 16. I know. I should have gotten better than that. I got a
so
plus
should I.
11.
Yeah,
How did you? All right. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm not upset. It's okay.
Hang on. Now let's break this down. Let's break this down real quick here. Okay, that was a +8, got a 10. A +11 got a 16. And Mr. +0 over here got a 19.
Yeah, I got that
Just
warlock.
for everyone following along at home. Just
Conversation
My devil's own
continues.
luck right there.
I'm sorry. As the conversation continues, Mordecai, you notice the something of their sense of humor, personalities almost missing. Not that their mood has changed, just they just seem different. And Mordecai is the only one who really picks up on this. It's kind of a hard thing to convey until the conversation is concluded. It's getting quite late. I think we'll retire for the evening.
well, yep.
All right.
Well, have a wonderful evening.
And the ladies Isath and Vita will excuse themselves.
Do have a wonderful night.
Well, they were weird, but they got chewed out probably, so it's not that.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's the extent of it.
No, I mean, I'd be pretty bummed out if the queen
No.
of my people just told me to sit down and stop talking and shut up.
It's more than that. Those two are troublemakers. They live for that.
Yeah, no, actually that's true.
That is
Does not
fair.
make sense.
No,
Huh.
no. There's something wrong. We should be careful.
All right, well what do you think it is?
Like magic.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Queen has ways to compel others the way you do.
Oh yeah.
But that's my thing. That's
Well,
what I.
then
That's
we
what I
like-
do.
Can't we do like a curse, remove curse?
Oh, I got all of that.
So,
Yeah,
like,
I can't do
or
it
try
now.
to take something. Do you think it's something we could do? Maybe that would like. Do you think that they're cursed? Like something
Maybe.
put on them, like a spell?
Maybe a curse, a charm, something of that nature. They
Oh.
don't seem themselves. There's something missing.
It would be
You
real
try to-
awkward if we tried though and nothing happened and they were just like that now. Like, ooh, I'm
What-
sorry.
what are you-
I
what are you
thought
doing?
something was wrong. My bad. I didn't
So
mean.
it wasn't a curse. Your personality's just shit.
Whoops. Sorry.
Whoopsie. I like.
My bad.
You know what? if they were affected, it would probably be unwise for us to continue to rely on them.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
would
mate.
probably be unwise to do anything about it. We don't want to send the wrong message to the Queen.
Yeah, I when I was talking to Julia earlier, I asked her if I should. This statue was like a farm goddess that was like putting rain on the roses. You've seen it, you remember, and it was desecrated. And I asked Julia, who was like tight, like they're friends, and I asked her if I should like restore the statue, and she said no.
Wait, you said religious statue was desecrated?
Yeah, Shantia was the god's name, and Chokerfleece was like was cool with her, like they were friends, like they.
You've seen a religious statue desecrated before
Yeah,
when devils were being summoned into this role.
Yeah.
Did it look like that?
That's a pretty common move for them. Yeah.
when I found that statue, was my detect good and evil still up? And if so, did I get anything off of it, or was it just a separate thing outside of the boundaries of whatever the spell detects?
I think that the removal of the statue was the desecration of that site to an extent. And then it had also been explained that the statue was being given to Shinduris as a gift, a wedding gift. And the server had also mentioned it would now be the stage for the wedding.
Would I know if there's any specific significance to that in terms of like any rituals or things like that?
Yeah, it sounds a bit ritualistic.
There could be something to that. It could be also to symbolize the queen and now the king's ultimate power over the realm. This is one of the gods who has recently left, Chantia, and so she has essentially, abandoned the realm in the way that Bahamut and the others did. So it could be just a kind of a power play, or there might be more to it. They might be gaining some kind of, energy from that.
Okay.
I mean, you can go look at it if you want. I tried to take a look. I didn't understand what I was looking at, other than that it was not supposed to be like that.
Seems almost like a ritual to place themselves above the gods.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just to reiterate what I asked if I should restore it, and Julia said no. And then I asked if I should stop the wedding, and she said yes. So
it does seem strange to me that she would want to share her stage and her power with someone else.
are they like equal in age? Do we know? Are they both like ancient dragons?
These would both be powerful ancient dragons, yes.
Okay, so it's not like one dragon killing another and then taking their power sort of deal. They're kind of equal footing.
Upon Gira, there's probably one, ancient dragon, perhaps two of any given color or type. So they would be the most powerful, among their type. Absolutely.
Do you think I could talk to Shinduris like privately and have a conversation, since we kind of deal in the same realm of light-based holy magic and rituals and seances and such?
I don't know if it'd be a wise move, seeing as his followers have somewhat betrayed us.
I think it's a separate thing though, because Actos was apparently both her and like a mutant thing or whatever, and
but we were attacked by a large group with arrows.
Yeah, that is true. But she also paid 2 dragons to try and kill us, so maybe they were paid as well. But I don't know if Shinduris has the same line of thinking, is that he wants to kill me. I don't know if they're acting in his name in a wrong like fashion or whatever, or if that is what he told him to do and that's the case. Regardless, it is their wedding. So I think me talking to him would not seem out of place because everyone would probably want to talk with the big shot that's marrying a queen, ancient dragon. And I don't think he would try to murder me publicly because I do have, however much of it that is existent, political clout. So I
Would
think
you like
I would
to?
be.
I'm sorry. Would you like to try to make an appointment to see Shinduras?
Yeah, it's probably going to take like 4 hours, but at least I'll be on the list.
Sure. They say that they can find time after lunch tomorrow. So this is still late in the evening now.
Fair enough.
That would still be before the wedding?
Yes.
Okay.
And the wedding is it like dinner tomorrow or is it like the day after?
Presumably it'd be tomorrow evening.
Okay, so dinner time is when this will happen. So I got like a day and a half to figure out how to stop this from happening. It's probably ritualistic magic. Great. Yeah, so I get on a list, come back to the others, and I guess I'll confer with them. So here's my game. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bukral. I haven't taken the stage. If you guys got input, please go ahead.
Will you confront him about the hybrids?
Interesting question, because only the general of Queen Lucariana was concerned about it, and not any of Shinduras's people. One of which was mutant. I think I want to talk to Actos before that happens, because then I can get the information from her about generally what's going on, and I'll be able to go into the appointment with knowing more stuff.
All right.
For Crawl, yeah, you're saying something.
Oh, I actually had a quick question, kind of going back to the previous thing, where we talk about the stage being set up on top of this desecrated statue and everything. So, do I, with my experience in dealing with things crossing into other planes and especially like demons and devils and evil things like this, does this sound reminiscent of any sort of type of like this combined with the wedding on there? Does this sound reminiscent of any sort of like a ritual or summoning or cultist type of thing or anything like that I might be familiar with? Just lobbing it out there just in case.
I think what you would garner from it is a similar assumption that the queen is trying to remove this, old vestige of power. And so imagine the ceremony taking place there, but you have a statue of an ancient god that is, kind of defunct and powerless now.
Right.
Perhaps to something like a black dragon, perhaps they would not want that there.
So nothing more than what we've already inferred by what's been implied by it. Okay. Cool. Sorry, just wanted to double check that.
No, thank you. Yep. I would have the evening pass, and unless there's anything you guys would like to try to do as festivities, begin to wind down, there are quiet conversations around, large bonfires, but most of the sport has died down as well, and I'm sure things will pick up in the morning, but everybody's quite weary from a day of partying.
I would like to do one thing before I go to bed or before I crash for the evening. I'm just gonna turn on my detect portal ability. It lets me detect anything within a mile of here, just to see if there's anything in this immediate area that I notice.
You notice the same portal that you did earlier while you were on the hunt, and it seems to be below the town of Tom de la itself.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be unusual for an outpost or town, built upon a source to have a portal in it.
Right. Okay. And it's because I can detect the distance too. So is it like way deep down underground, or is it just sort of right below us, like just like a level below?
So you're on a hillside, kind of overlooking the main city.
Okay.
So I would place that main city about, a mile or a little less from you, maybe 3/4 of a mile ish. The hunt having taken place maybe within a 1/4 mile of the Rose Garden, and so it would be just below the city. The city
Okay.
built upon an ancient magical source, and so it would probably have that portal within it. You might assume.
Yeah. So it doesn't nothing out of the ordinary. Okay.
Right.
Good deal. Okay. That's it for me.
Okay.
I'll go to sleep.
Anything else from Reynold or Mordecai?
I asked the guys if they would want a temple put up. It doesn't have to be a big temple. It can be like a shack, essentially, if we're really worried about dying in our sleep. Because if not, I will attempt to scry on Actos and find out her location. So I kind of confer with the others to see what would maybe be the better option. I can only do one or the other. I can't do both.
I don't know. I think maybe check in with Actos. I think we can handle it for a night.
Yeah, we'll take turns.
Yeah. Do it the old-fashioned way.
All right.
Reynold, when you look in on Actos, you see the silvery gleam of her armored or her, scaled draconian body, and she's rushing through the woods.
Oh, she's running.
Moving quickly and flying from time to time, just to keep her speed up, but seeming to want to stay within the trees, and so landing and running as well. And she appears to be alone. She does not look back behind her. She just simply is moving forward quickly, hastily.
I got no idea on a direction other than through the woods.
Yes, to be running through the woods, she's probably running south or southwest along the coast or through the hills, through the woods.
Yeah. All right. Well, I tell them that
Over the
and
river.
let them do with that. I don't think we can go after her right now because I am very low on energy, and I think we got to get to her later. But she's alone, which means that she's not working with or running with other people. So I think it's a situation where she's the problem.
Not to mention that too, but like also, all you saw was woods, right?
South.
I mean, I mean south, but like that's it's not much to go off of for a manhunt.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, I'm itching for a reason to use this cloak. I'd zap right over there, but we don't know where she's at. So
Yeah, she could be who knows how long, far away.
Exactly.
I guess we just put her and Reno takes out his legal notepad and writes down Actos as one of the new enemies and
On
just
the to-do list.
yeah. All right. Well, let's hope we don't die in our sleep.
No, I hear they guarantee that you don't get that in this place.
I didn't hear that, but I hope it's true. And Reno just lays down.
Maybe they should have somebody say that when you come in so that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, it's
Just
good
keep everyone
service right
calm.
there.
Right? Or maybe we didn't think about it until I just mentioned it. Just saying. All right. Good night.
All right, good night.
And Mordecai, anything else that you'd like to wrap up for the evening?
I don't think it'll do any good, but I will, just to see if it does anything, I guess. I'll take the first watch, and for the first hour, I'm going to use Summon Greater Demon.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
To
A Balguro pops out.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to summon a Balgura to chase her down if she's nearby. I doubt that it'll catch up within an hour, but perhaps.
Wow.
Okay, what happens after this hour runs up? Does the Balgura just disappear, or are you just
Yeah.
unleashing a Balgura into the forest and he's just there now?
After the hour, he's gone.
Okay, all
He
right.
returns. I'm gonna give it the order to chase her down. I'll give it a description, and to ignore and run away from anything else.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting. I hope nobody's going out for a midnight walk in the woods.
So this is fun. Do you realize that the Balgura gets a saving throw at the end of each of its turns?
It does, but it's literally impossible for it to save. It has a -2 to its save, and I have a DC 20.
Oh, well, there you go then.
This tormented creature heeds your command and runs off into the Evernight of Gira, hunting down Actos.
You know what? Maybe someone's out there taking a piss, and he's gonna
Be done a lot quicker than he thought. Yeah.
He just runs them over.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
a snack. Do me a favor and roll a D100,
Ooh.
please.
Did you do this like right next to us while we were like going to sleep?
Yeah.
Yes.
Reynold just opens his eye. He's not sleeping. He's like, what the hell?
Don't you casually open a rift in reality to a
In the
different
meantime, like I
universe and
I just
summon
imagine like
creatures?
this rift to hell opening in the ground and this Balgura just crawling its way out.
I imagine it's
ferociously,
literally a gate
And then like
of
as it's doing so
brimstone.
with Pakral just laid out right next to it, just like full anime sleeping, the snot bubble out. Just
Okay.
They'll never know.
Reynold's like, I just mind control people. It's different.
Reynold looks up and goes, "Nope."
Whatever. I'm tired.
For the next few minutes, you hear the beast shrieking in the distance as it becomes more and more distant.
Oh, I love white noise.
And we'll have the evening pass, and the morning will come, and it will be time to meet with Kurthak for breakfast, if you would. And at this meeting, it is Kurthak, and he's serving up bacon and large slices of ham. And it is only he and no one else at this meeting. And it is in the same tent that you met with him in before on the Queen's lawn. It seems to be his, his command tent. And so, a server would come in and out with food and drink for you all. And so he would begin the conversation regarding the matters that you brought up earlier. I'm glad you all could meet with me. He shows formality. Now, the lands that we're talking about, there are important sources there. Are the sources important to our people or just the route?
I don't
Do you
believe
think that they can coexist if these sources are left under the controls of my army, say?
I mean, it feels like that might need to be a discussion between you and them, sort of directly, because that's a lot of gray area there. Like how much control, who gets to do what. Like that's a whole negotiation.
Now, I thought that these were your troops, your men, Lord Reynold. Is that not why the lady apologized for slaying so many of them?
No, I mean, obviously, yes, he oversees it, but like, he doesn't do the day to day. He's not there managing the day to day.
Yeah, this is true. I think. So, what is it that you want out of this negotiation? Just to see where terms lie.
Well, look, I don't like putting my men on watch duty, so right now we have 1 battalion stationed at each of the 3 sources along the frozen coast. Within this battalion, though, is a specialized force of warriors who are most capable. Each source would need from you at least 36 well-armed warriors with a half dozen specialists among them. Are your people capable of that? This is nearly 100 men.
Reynolds thinks. So he's essentially talking about the route that their mammoth migration would go through, and
sorry, more
right?
than 100 men. Yes.
And he is essentially talking about who would have ownership of it. Barthok's goal is not necessarily to own the sources, but move through them, right?
Yes, but his plan is to eliminate any of these permanent dragon posts, essentially. Part of what he's working on is evaluating the situation so that he can strike to eliminate them, from the area.
Right. And do I have a rough number of Barthok's actual people? Do I even have the sense that we could cover each of these posts?
You might be able to. It would be a stretch.
These numbers he's talking about.
Yeah, it would be a stretch.
Reynolds sits there and thinks for a bit.
Simply hold these posts and hold the sources in the name of Queen Locriana. I'll pull my warriors from the sources.
Right. Well, luckily I do have a spell to communicate with them. And this can help speed up the process at the very least.
Please, by all means.
Right. It does have a word limit, so I got to be careful how I word it. If Mordecai and Pakral, if you would like to come with me and help me draft up a pseudo letter to my.
You can go ahead and speak freely and ask your question. I'm sure you'll keep it within the 25-word limit.
I'm actually just trying to get us off into a corner where we can speak privately to one another. And
Lord Reynald, my time is very valuable. Perhaps I've made a mistake.
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to think of what's best for everybody involved. Let me send a quick question to my friend, and I cast sending. And the essence of the message is going to be, I relay how many troops he has at each one, because he told me a specific number. So I laid out the troops information along the 3 sources, and then if I can fit more into the sending, I'll ask if he can spare the men to take over and hold these sources, and if that would be good for him. And
I'll do it, comes the answer of Bartok.
Okay, well, everyone never uses the full amount of words they can. It's fine. He said that he can station the men there, and you can have more troops elsewhere to have Avon there than you said guard duty.
Beautiful. Now on to more important matters.
Yes.
My queen has a special guest coming.
Ooh.
And you know her. And you have something of hers that the queen has requested be returned. If you would, Lady Marlin's robe.
Oh, the robe. She ran the spa at Green Acres, correct? That same lady?
Lady Marlin is a renowned fashion mogul on Gira. And we are happy to have her as an honored guest. Marlin being, of course, the beholder that you ran into at Silver Hills weeks ago.
Yes.
About a week ago.
Yes, that's the correct lady. I was thinking of a different.
And after the encounter, you had scooped up her magical robe.
Scooped up the robe. That's right. Forgot about that.
Did we ever find out the details on that robe? What was magical other than it having people inside of it maintaining it?
The magical effect of it essentially acts as a robe of displacement.
Oh, I don't even know what that magic item does.
I think it just gives disadvantage to
attack rolls.
Attack rolls against it.
Yeah.
Is it attunement?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, if it's attunement, I don't want it.
It's also for a very large creature. It wouldn't fit you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a very small guy.
Would it fit two of us?
Yeah. If I were to stand on the shoulders.
We'll switch.
Kobold
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll make it work.
exactly. Do the old trope. 3 adventurers in a trench coat.
Well,
I'm sorry, cloak of displacement. Forgive me.
what do you think, guys? And I'm conferring with my counsel real quick.
No.
Well, last time I saw her, she nearly killed me. So
Oh yeah, we did fight her. Thought that may be pertinent information.
if you could
Yes, she
smooth
has many
things
enemies.
out for us.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So,
well,
Well, here's the thing. We're not her enemy in as much as she nearly killed us and we defended ourselves, but if you
Are
could
we just
smooth
not
things- if you could smooth things
talking
over
about
with
that
us,
she's
Oh, do you know what Lady Marlene like actually is? Her true identity? Like how you look like humanoid creatures, but you're all dragons. She is of the same stock essentially, except she's not a dragon. She's actually a
she's
yeah,
nothing like a dragon.
no.
she's not
She's
a drag. No, it's not what we meant. Sorry.
no. That's not what I meant. She's like big eye floating around.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you do know.
She is
Okay.
a beholder. You know,
The
she's a
lady is
beholder.
a
Why are we being
beholder.
coy about
Yes.
this? Yes. All right, we're just making sure it's common knowledge.
Truth be
Anyway,
told,
so
she is
yeah.
here for security measures as well. She will keep an
Well,
eye
you
on
know.
things, so to speak.
That's good. That's good.
I got that. That was
Hey,
good.
that's
Now,
my
if we
guy.
need to make amends, would you allow me? Certainly, there's something that I can offer for the lady, for the queen. Of course, it is Queen Locriana requesting this.
Yeah. No, I mean, I suppose we could give her back. We've got the robe, right?
Yeah.
We could. That's fine. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, we could give her back the robe.
That's the least we could do for her to maybe not kill us this
How about-
weekend.
How about this? We give her back the robe, but not the gnomes.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, hey, here's what we'll do. We'll give her back the robe if she stops the forced labor of all the gnomes that she has in her mansion and that she has taken before.
I
Because
can't arrange anything
my
like
de-
that. The
In my
gnomes
def-
are,
to be fair,
yes.
when I fell into the pocket of the robe and went to the little pocket dimension, I guess. Sorry.
Yes.
good pun.
Yeah. The gnomes, they did not want me there. They weren't like, "Oh, you're here to save us. You're our hero. We're so happy. We want to get out." They were like, "Nah, F off. You don't belong in here." So, I don't know if they want to be rescued out of there. They seem very excited about being there.
The Lady Marlin is allowed certain liberties because of her position. I can't do anything about the gnomes. I'm terribly sorry.
Well,
I have access to gold and riches. I can surely compensate you for your concerns.
I would like more spell components, That would
Anything
be
you
nice.
need, Lord Reynald.
but they're expensive spell components, though.
What if I give you a 5,000 gold voucher here amongst the local stalls?
Ooh.
Each, or just for me and Mordecai?
That sounds fair.
All right.
Hang on. No, I got cloak. It's all right.
Yeah, you're fine. You already got something. You're okay. Okay, yes, we'll give the robe back.
And if you would please make insight checks.
Sure. Hopefully,
I
do better
appreciate
this time.
you being reasonable.
That's more like it. 23.
That's one thing I have never been accused of. Ooh.
The stars have realigned.
23 P. Crawl, 17 Reynolds, 6 Mordecai.
Things as they should be.
P. Crawl, you remember a discussion you had with Mordecai the previous night about Isath and Vita just not being themselves. Not simply having been chewed out, but no, they... well, you know how he put it. And
Right.
You're starting to realize, what he meant by that. Because although Kurthak is well-mannered and hospitable as he was before, there's just something different about his personality. Almost as though he's trying to, be jovial and friendly, but just kind of lacking that real sense of humor.
Okay. I'll use
we
my
have Joel
limited
stuck in
telepathy.
a perfect image here. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
I'm sure he'll rejoin
Oh
us here.
man. Somebody tell me somebody got that.
I was trying to get to the snip, but I couldn't remember the keybind
All right,
for it.
We'll go back and get it later. Tune into our social medias in the coming weeks to see that picture memed by Bodhi, possibly myself if I get time to.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, sure.
Come on, you were gonna do it anyway.
If I got the picture, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I'll use my limited telepathy to kind of just psychically tip off Reynold and Mordecai that just like something's off here.
I, with that information, look to Miss General, and I say, "Sure, would I be able to see you again after this meeting, or are you fully booked up?"
Oh, I will be booked through the ceremony this evening.
Oh, so you'll be busy for the whole day.
Yeah.
I will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, busy day for you. Yeah, makes sense.
Might I maybe cast something? Not malicious, because I'm sure I'll get beaten to death by many dragons if I were to hurt anyone here. But something to help you get through the day. A little energy, some such.
On behalf of
yeah, like a
Platinum
rejuvenation, like a rejuvenation type of spell. He did it on me. Oh, like a cleanse, Really start everything fresh. Give you a little pep in your step, a little boost, especially on a day like this. Oh,
This sounds
really
like a
help you
trick, the way of putting it, but Lord Reynald, what do you intend to cast upon me?
Oh, no.
It's
Forgive me. Maybe I'm used to dealing with militaristic people.
no, that's fair.
Very
I'm also
understandable.
paranoid. It's something for when people aren't feeling themselves, and that's the full truth.
Do I seem different to you?
It seems like you're a little out of energy, like you're not fully yourself. I'll be honest. I just want to help.
Just lost a little pep in your step.
Yeah.
Well, all right then.
All right.
And then what do you wish to cast, Reynald?
I want to cast 2 spells and see if either of them stick. First, I'm going to cast Remove Curse. And that, as it does, if he's cursed, he won't feel cursed anymore. I'm focusing on this specific mood changing thing. If there's multiple on him, just end that one.
We roll initiative, Reynald.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. Good. Yeah, that's good.
I
Here
reach
comes
out.
you can't TPK us while Joel's offline.
The general's hand reaches out.
No. Okay.
Not that.
No.
Not that
No.
one.
Not that one. I could do another one. I didn't know that was a no. I won't do that. I just went with that one first because it doesn't cost money to do.
I thought you said you would heal me.
I can. Like I said, I just did that one first because it doesn't cost money. The other one costs money. I'm being fully truthful. I'm not lying.
What other spell do you have in mind, Reynold?
Greater Restoration would be the other one I have. It reduces exhaustion, or charmed, or petrified. Yeah. Is he gonna let me cast it as I go forward? And
Actually, I think that you'd better not.
it also does. You can reduce the target's exhaustion by one level. You can end the effect of it being charmed or petrified or curse or attunement to a cursed item.
At this point, I would rule it as though he reacted, took his own action and turn in, preventing you from casting that. Now it is your turn, and you can cast this as you please.
Look, I just want to help, and I go and I put my hand on him and I cast it, spending the diamond to do so.
And the general of the dragon army. I'm sorry. Let me fix these images so that I'm not distracted.
And as he does
his head, as though his skull or mind is causing him great harm, and he begins just massaging his head ferociously for a moment, and then the general's face splits open, and his brain leaps out of his skull and is before you with its own limbs, its own legs, and it scurries about hurriedly, and as though it's looking, but it is just a brain with no eyes, and it looks directly at you, Reynold.
So is he just like dead now?
His face is split open, and the body of the general stands there, kind of suspended in that moment. And Reynold, will you please make for me an intelligence saving throw?
Oh no.
Yeah, good at those.
Oh no.
What did I just walk into?
I'm gonna use Therazus' blessing and re-roll that.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
A nat 20. Okay, all right.
Okay.
So the air mists up a bit, and it just makes my skin just slippery enough to not have whatever happens to me happen to me.
And this creature is clawing at your skull at the side of your head here, trying to just press its brain up against you.
Can I get into this initiative here?
Fuck.
Please, will you guys please roll initiative?
What did I do?
What did I do? What did you do?
What did I do?
Oh god!
I didn't mean for this to happen.
This is how it happens.
I didn't know I was gonna kill a guy by casting a restoration spell.
I think he was already dead.
Yeah, probably.
I got a 10.
It's a 6.
I got a nat 20 at least. What did I do? Well.
Oh man. Oh no.
This is fine, right? It's fine.
Hey, it's fine. I could fix this with time.
Yeah.
I can
Reynold,
literally.
you can act first.
Stuff it back in there.
Oh no. Okay, so it's just a brain that's just kind of trying to like
With
prime
limbs,
to my trying to.
short, stubby legs and arms.
Oh my. Okay.
I know what this is.
I think I might know what this is, but Reynold has definitely not encountered this before.
Neither. I don't think Pakral has either. That's why I'm not saying anything. But
okay. So I'm just gonna. let's. I'm gonna look at a wording of a spell real quick. Can I make some sort of check to see if this is undead since it just took over somebody's body?
You can choose to make a religion or an arcana. Make for me a knowledge arcana check.
Okay. I got an 11.
This is an aberration of some kind.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure you would know exactly what it is at the moment.
Okay, I'm literally gonna point at this thing and say, "What is that?" And I'm gonna cast Hold Monster. I'm gonna need it to make a Wisdom saving throw. DC 18.
A 4.
Okay, so it's paralyzed
Okay.
for a minute, and I just kind of imagine as Reynold, what is that? It kind of seizes up and falls to the ground. Reynold's just kind of freaking out, like he didn't know what he did. Guys, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? This is bad. This is bad.
Okay. After Reynold is now Nicolo.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So.
Oh no! 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 No!
This
So
creature now resembles a very artful end table with its 4 limbs sticking out and its kind of slimy pink body. Go ahead.
Okay, and it's like, because it was like trying to attack at Reynolds, so it's like right by him.
Yes, right at his feet. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna rush over to it, and I'm gonna go, piss off, brain, and I'm gonna kick the shit out of this brain, just soccer style.
Okay. Will you make a melee attack, please?
Yes, I will.
Would this be considered brain damage?
we'll see. Oh my god.
Does that?
You'll
would
have
that
advantage,
to be a strength,
and
or-
it's a basic melee attack. So your strength modifier.
Oh, that's not a great roll for me, but that's all right. Okay, 17.
Deal some damage, please. D4 plus your strength.
All right, so that's a -1. So a 3.
And you punt the thing, and they go sailing into the walls of the tent. Just kind of bounces over there, right by the edge, right by the door.
Damn.
Oh no!
I'm gonna, because I have 2 attacks, so I'm gonna rush over.
Okay.
I'm gonna rush over to it with my scimitar and just like stab at it in the ground.
Okay.
Oh, didn't mean to do the advantage on that, so that'll be a 13.
No, it is.
You'll still have
paralyzed.
advantage because it's paralyzed.
Oh,
yes.
I would. Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
very
So
good.
15. I
That
don't know
will
if that's
hit,
any
yep.
good. Okay. 12.
Okay. It's hard to tell, but it might take one more hit to put it over here.
I was going to ask too, if it's paralyzed, does it not take critical damage?
Ooh.
It's an automatic critical hit.
I think so
Is
on
it?
any paralyzed creature.
No, it does happen for some effects. I don't know. I'm not looking at it.
I tried to look it up, but Roll20 crashed. Can I convey something to the other guys real quick of what I plan to do?
Yes, you can speak briefly.
I keep it alive, like knock it out or whatever, but don't kill it immediately.
Any attack is a critical hit,
yeah.
so please deal some more
That might be.
damage. P. Crawl.
So I'll just roll another D6 to add to that. Nope, that was a D4.
Okay.
My bad.
Same result.
Still one. So throw one more on there. Now it's a 5. Or 5.
And will you make your third
13.
attack?
I actually don't get a third attack with this one because I didn't attack 2 different creatures.
Oh, thank you. Okay, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, after Nicolo is Mordecai.
No, I am gonna like back away from it too after I
Very good.
just
I'm going to turn to Reynold and say, do we want to trap it?
We have to take it out of here.
I have a way to keep it here.
Just knock it unconscious.
I have a way to keep it here without.
How do you knock a brain unconscious?
I don't know. Hit it in the brainstem.
It's all.
That's as much discussion as I will allow for the current turn.
Okay.
That's fair.
If all we want to do is keep it unconscious, I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern on it.
Okay.
So that'll be Wisdom save DC 20.
Is a brain wise or is it intelligent?
It's very wise.
It's
and-
wise. Who would have thought?
This one is.
This one is, yes.
And the body of the general. Or I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mordecai. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all I can do with my action.
Okay. And the body of the general slumps over, falling to the floor, clearly slain. Reynold, you're next.
So the body's dead.
That's what it would
Its
appear.
head split in half, and there's no brain.
It would appear
Reynold's
as
like-
though he's slain.
Reynold's like, I can fix this. I can fix this. I can fix this. I just need time. He's gonna.
Trying to put it back together. Ooh.
Can Reynold make some sort of check to see if this brain is somehow still the general's brain, or if it's a different creature entirely? I know it's an aberration, but was it?
You'll
his
need
brain-
to use your action if you'd like to do that. You can make another Arcana check.
I mean, it's paralyzed right now, so we got time. You can take a round off and do a check.
Okay,
It's just
here.
this flurry as you kick and stab the brain. It's like, wait.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. With the intent of knocking it unconscious, I'm gonna swing at it 3 times with my hammer and try to make sure this thing can't get up after the spell wears off to buy us more time, and afterwards I'll do some investigating. But I'm just gonna lay into this thing with non-lethal damage, if I can, against
Let's
the brain. All at advantage because it's paralyzed. 26. The next attack is a 20, and then my final attack with War Priest is a 16.
And your hammer just smashes the brain like a watermelon.
Like I'm tenderizing like a chicken breast or something. Just
R.I.P. Gallagher.
The brain creature is slain, and now a puddle of ooze and ichor.
Okay. All right. This is fine, guys. Don't worry. This is okay.
Yeah. We've been in a room alone with him, and his head split in half now.
They're gonna have
And-
questions.
That's gonna be a hard one to explain. Where he smashed his brain at, can you still see that it had like limbs and stuff? Is it still, or is it literally just a grease stain now?
No, yeah, you can see that there are arms, legs on
Okay.
it.
All right, so we got a bit of a story here. I think we should probably get a guard or something immediately. We try to be sneaky about this right now. It's gonna look really bad on us.
I can cast restoration on him. I can cast.
Give it a go.
I can
That's fine.
I can cast restoration. I need an hour though. If we want to do this without guards finding out, we need to take him and hide him or something. I don't know.
Take him how?
Okay, are we taking him or are we calling guards? I have 2 options. Because I can try.
Is he in his humanoid form?
Kurthak is like a half dragon or a dragonborn. So he doesn't have a dragon form.
I'm gonna cast this guy's up to make myself look like him.
I don't know. I don't know. This is a good idea.
We got
This feels like a bad idea.
No,
I'm just saying.
wait. The 2 sisters went into the tent of the queen, right? And they came out looking like this. Something's wrong with the queen. The queen is the issue. We can't call a guard because the guards are going to know about this. So,
Well, the guards might already be.
yes, that's the. So we
So how
we
do
have
we
to
get
take
him?
this. We need time. That's all we need. We need time. We need an hour.
Wait. So what if the queen has already been replaced?
Wait, I can take one person with me when I cast Dimension Door. Can I take just a corpse? Or
We
does it
could
have to
put him
be
in a bag of holding. We can stuff him in there. It's fine. He needs to breathe right now.
A dead creature is technically an object.
All right. So I could take him up to 500 feet straight out of here to wherever we need to be. I could take him to. I mean, are our rooms within 500 feet of where we're at? Are we still in the same place?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
All right. I got this, and I'll scoop up his body, and I just go, just meet me in my room. All right.
All right.
All right. And I whoosh the cape, and there's a puff of brimstone smoke, and me and the body are gone.
Okay. I'm gonna take the bag of holding I have. I'm gonna take the brain and just kind of swoop it in there, and just take it for later, because we might need it. And Moreno's kind of looks somewhere because like, should we steal anything since we're here?
No. Oh, wait, I'm not there anymore. Sorry.
So what's the plan? Because if it's just you and me walking out of there, they're going to have questions.
And the tent flap opens and the server walks in. Oh, my lords. Oh, did Lord Mordecai Belial and Lord Niccolo have to leave early? I didn't even see them leave.
I've sent them off.
Oh, right. Will you make a deception check with advantage, Mordecai?
I'm very good at those. Sometimes.
Come on, Mr. Charisma. Come on, Mr. Face.
Oh, I'm so good at those.
Let's do it.
With advantage?
Yes, please.
All right.
All day. You came to the wrong house, Ben.
Ooh. So that's a 20?
What is that foul odor? Oh, dear, something has made a mess in here. No wonder they wanted to leave. I'm so sorry, my lord. Pardon me. And the server excuses himself quickly.
Okay.
Oh, well.
All right.
We have to get out of here.
We get out of here. You find a place that's quiet. You drop, go invisible or whatever, and then you drop disguise when you're away from the crowd. And I'll just walk around and drink and whatever, and we'll meet back. All right.
All right.
All right. See ya. And I'm gonna walk out looking confused. Reno doesn't know what's going on with a political deal or something, because that's most true to life. And it's just gonna grab a nearby thing of wine, and is just gonna wander back to his tent, because we got until evening to solve a mystery.
And Mordecai, as you seek to find somewhere safe to lose your disguise, will you please make a stealth check?
All right. Sorry.
Do you want to go invisible?
You know what?
And you find a bush that's perfect for this. It's kind of surrounded, and you begin to lose your disguise, and then unfortunately a server chances upon, oh, forgive me, my lord. And just as you make the change from Kurthak back to Mordecai, and the server turns his head, surprised, my lord? And you'll have to act quickly if you wish to prevent this from getting out of hand.
I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm going... So mean. I'm going to cast Mental Prison on this guy.
Oh, no.
Time for 2 murders.
Listen, I have pockets with dimensions. We got this. No one's gonna miss a server.
I left you guys alone for 10 seconds.
And then I left him alone.
No.
The server drops to the ground, clutching his head, and perishes.
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna stuff him into my my haversack.
Oh my god!
I got a little space.
The
This
body
is all
won't fit here.
fixable.
You'll need to try to hide the body in the bushes quickly if you wish to.
Okay.
This is all fixable. Literally, I can fix all of this.
In
I
that,
just need money and time.
in that case, I'm gonna try to
Chris is
drag.
cracking up.
I'm gonna try to drag him off without anyone noticing them.
Okay, make for me a deception check with disadvantage.
Ooh.
This is like a botched
Oh, dude,
Metal Gear
so
Solid
hard.
mission where it goes wrong immediately and you just kind of have to figure it out as you go.
Honestly, I'll tell you what it is that every time when y'all talk about stuffing one of these bodies into a bag of holding or a haversack or something, it reminds me of that.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
Whoa. Mordecai's super good at hiding
Never.
his bodies.
Ever.
He
Ever.
literally just digs a grave and tosses him in and covers it up and it's unmarked. It's fine.
No.
Listen.
He like
listen.
leaned him against the wall and put sunglasses on him.
He weekends
like
at Bernie's.
Bernie's style.
Never doubt me.
I
It's
picture
very
it.
tasteful. It's very tasteful.
Mordecai walking with this guy the whole way, slumped over on him.
You're always drunk. You do this to me all the time.
Yeah, he found a cassette player that plays steel drum music.
And he's already covered in the drinks that he was carrying, so that plays off quite well. And you find your way to your tent where you have all planned to rendezvous.
And you stash the body somewhere safe. Or you brought him
The body
with.
is there in the tent with you as well.
Don't worry. I'll make it look like an accident.
And
Is this guy
What was
drunk?
that?
Is he asleep?
Snap the neck, toss him
He's
at the
dead?
bottom of some stairs.
Mordecai, what did you do?
And let's take a break there for the evening, and just get some drinks, snacks, dinner, what have you. And we'll reconvene in about 13 minutes at 8 Pacific, and the adventure will continue.
We should all
Too so
play.
bad, but
We should all play a wild magic sorcerer. There's three of them.
I'm down for a wild magic barbarian.
Wild Magic Barbarians actually look really cool.
Yeah.
If I played another barbarian, it would be a Wild Magic.
And I'll play a wild magic barbarian multi-class with a wild magic sorcerer, and then it'll just be like a perfect split.
We're back live. Welcome, friends. Thanks everybody for hanging out, watching the game. If you want to be a part of the community, you can join us on Discord at the Heroes Era, and we have one-shots happening from time to time there, and I'm putting together a couple of those coming up soon. So tune in there if you want to do that. Follow us on TikTok and on Instagram at the Heroes Era, _the Heroes Era. And of course, our entire past library for this campaign is on YouTube. And then you can catch us live here on Monday nights at 6 Pacific. But so when we left off, we've gotten into quite a situation here. And so you essentially cast Holy Magic upon Kurthak. And then his brain leapt out of his skull. And you quickly slayed the brain that became a monster and attacked, and stuffed that into a bag of holding, and then teleported away with the corpse of Kurthak. And now the three of you, and plus Kurthak, and another unfortunate bystander, server that happened upon Mordecai as he was changing his disguise. So now his corpse is also with you. And so it is the three of you and Kurthak and the server. You're in the tent that you have made your own for this occasion.
Okay.
Hey guys, have you met Kevin? Like, this guy is incredible.
Why, dude? Why is he here?
Who the hell is that?
Get him out of here. He's
He's like
gonna
wearing
see.
glasses. He's got a
Why'd you
drink
bring
his
him in
hand.
here?
Listen,
Now we gotta kill him.
Oh, jeez.
beat you
No,
to
I
it.
don't think that's going to be a problem. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, here's Kurthak. So, what you want to do with him?
I need an hour of uninterrupted casting Hopefully, no one sees him in the meanwhile, because that would be
All right.
good. So,
Get to work.
if you guys could keep people away, I'm gonna start on this now because there's no better time. And Reynold is just going to start casting Resurrection at 7th level. So,
Okay.
I expend $1,000 gem, which I do have on my person. I got 2 of them. And I touch a dead creature. He just recently died, so that's fine. And isn't undead. If the soul is free and willing, the target returns to life with all hit points. It neutralizes any poisons, cures normal diseases that are afflicting it when it died. It doesn't remove magical diseases, curses, and the like. If such effects aren't removed prior to casting the spell, then they go back, whatever. It closes all mortal wounds and restores missing body parts. And then if he comes back, he has like a penalty of like a -4 to a bunch of stuff. And yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
So
as Reynold casts his spell, a messenger approaches the tent where Mordecai and P. Crawl are keeping watch. Pardon, my lords. Have you seen Lord Kurthak? He was last seen with Lord Reynold. I wondered if you had seen them.
Oh, I hadn't seen him. I know Reynold and him were meeting, and then I think that they were going just outside of the perimeter here to take a look at something that was concerning Reynold. We found something out there that we thought might be a bit of a concern, so he was walking out with him to check on it. They should be back about an hour or so, we're expecting. Should we send him looking for you when you come in, when he gets back?
Oh, that's all right. I'll go find them. Will you make a deception check, please, P. Crawl?
Yeah, sure.
With advantage.
I'm not quite as good at it as some others are, but 18?
Thank you, my lord. And the
Yeah.
messenger bows and excuses himself.
You're pretty good at that.
Yeah, well, you're not the only one. Huh?
So the time passes. Reynold, you complete your spell.
please work.
Karthak sits up, grasping his head, and looks around.
Oh, Reynold collapses with relief. Oh, that is good to see.
Lord Reynold? And he stands quickly, putting his hand on his weapon.
I just
Explain.
brought you back, man. Okay.
What has happened?
What's the last thing you remember?
And a look of realization washes over his face. I met with the queen.
Yep.
She did something to me.
That's what I thought.
Show it to her, Reynold.
Okay, so don't freak out. He pulls out the brain that's from the bag of holding. So this was inside your head, and this was you. It's dead. Don't worry about that.
A devourer.
Yeah, Reynold, he had tried to do we could tell like something was a bit off on you. Reynold tried to do a bit of magic, make like kind of like a restoration or whatever. And that thing popped right out of your head it was nasty.
It was bad. I was scared as shit. It was horrible.
It's a little weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a little weird looking you in the eyes right now because earlier your eyes were over here.
Don't do that. Don't. He's got
I'm
enough
sorry.
he's dealing with. That's a lot.
Sorry. It was wild though. See it. It was a lot. Probably was wild for you too, though. I guess. I'll just stop. You guys have your conversation. I'm gonna stop talking.
That's quite all right. This I'm not sure what to think of this. Is the tool of an illithid.
All right.
A mind flayer, they would be called in the common tongue.
So, you know what it is. That's good. I had no clue. I didn't know what in nine hells that was.
Mind flayers do not walk the surface of Gira. Did not know that any of them existed here. They must have come when they heard of the darkness. I don't know.
All right. So here's what we think is going on.
The queen must be working on their behalf.
Or is one. I don't know.
Real quick, does Bacrawl know what a mind flayer is? I imagine
Yes,
he probably
by
would.
that terminology, you all will be kind of brought up to speed. The Mind Flayer is a squid-like looking, more like an octopus-looking creature with 4 tentacles and a beaked mouth below the tentacles. They tend to work towards a long goal, believing themselves to be ultimately powerful, and they are quite powerful creatures. They're often involved or struggling in the Underdark, making their schemes there, waiting for an opportune moment to put their plans into action.
All right.
I must ask, what is your stance on beholders?
Oh, Lady Marlin.
All right, so you still know.
I did know that she would be coming,
All
yes. I thought it was a strange request, but not outlandish. If Queen Locriana wants to make a splash, then having the biggest fashion mogul on Gira at her wedding is one way to do it. And of course, when Marlin looks out with her eye, then that will ensure that the ceremony cannot be interrupted.
Yeah, no, it's a handy friend to have around. Sure. Do you think that? Do you think that the Beholder's gonna be any other trouble than that? You think they're just here to just sort of be here, or is that going to be problematic?
I will be keeping my eye on Marlin, that is for sure.
Yeah, I think we all will. Especially after what she almost did to us last time.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
She killed me.
Oh yeah, he died. He was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you seek vengeance.
Nah, because I got better.
Not really. It's kind of strange, I know, but
Yeah.
Your company is most forgiving.
We're really forgiving.
Not
it's incredible.
You're not the first one that Reynolds brought back from the other side.
Yeah. Except this time you didn't try to kill me first. No. Technically, I guess it's a weird line. Anyway, I have some questions.
Everyone dies at least once, right?
Yeah. Please gotta come back.
Minimum.
So, Kurthak, I got questions. Has the queen been acting differently recently, or has she had a personality shift in the past that you might think has made her
I rarely meet with the queen, and I could not speak to that, to be honest.
All right, so we don't have any idea if she was like this all along, or if this is a recent development.
You have seen her, except for my last meeting, you have seen her as much as I have in the last 3 years.
Ooh. Is there anyone that has seen her more, or are you and me the most?
She keeps to herself. We act on her behalf, at her behest.
How about her orders, or like what her goals? The direction she steers y'all. Has there been a change in that? Like a difference in the ultimate goal of the queen and whatnot.
She cared nothing for the surface until there was darkness. I would have to think more on that.
I must ask, is there any reason why she would do that to you?
I don't know. I've always ever been loyal to her.
So I confided with a god, and I asked him questions, and I asked them if I should stop this wedding, and they said yes. So now I know why, because this queen might not really be your queen, because you seemed like you were yourself, except you were a little dull, like you weren't as vibrant as before. And we know of 2 other people that have at least had this done to them: the White Dragon sisters, Vita and her sister. They've both had a meeting with the queen and both have been turned as well. We suspect.
Yeah.
So
it's a very subtle change in a person after that.
So so beware who you talk to about this, of course. If someone seems like they're off and they weren't like they used to be, that might be a indicator
Will
of
you
what's
guys make
happened.
for me Arcana checks, please?
All right, let's do it again.
Arcana.
I got non-nat 20. I did with advantage accidentally, but
Me too. 14.
25.
Reynold, Mordecai, if you are dealing with the lithids, there's a possibility, the distinct possibility that your thoughts are known, that your conversation is being heard even by perhaps something not present or something that is omnipresent almost.
oh, again.
We're used to this.
I already had. Where's Jules when you need him?
Kurthak adds,
right.
well, only, and this information is shared among the party, only if the brain is nearby.
Oh.
The brain
Yeah,
of the colony, that is.
Yeah, the mother brain.
The elder.
The elder brain. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Wonderful.
All right. Well, okay.
You say that you would stop the ceremony. I don't know that. I'm not sure how you would do that. All of the dragons would come up in arms against you. You see how badly they want this new light.
Yeah.
But what if we show them that it was a false marriage, that it was put on by a creature that's not a dragon that has been controlling one? What if that was the case? Would they not be upset about that more so
Reveal
than
them, and the ceremony is taking place, and not let the ceremony complete? Is that your suggestion?
like a good old fashioned I object?
I hope you don't
I mean,
expect me to claim to have feelings for the queen.
No.
nah. Do you?
Do you? You're a general.
Don't we all?
I don't.
Yeah. Well, no. I don't want to make any assumptions. Is all.
This, So we're gonna crash a wedding with a illithid mind flare thing with people being turned that we don't know for sure because we don't know them too personally at this point.
And a beholder that's probably
And don't mention.
Don't forget the beholder that already killed me once.
Great.
No. A beholder that almost killed all of us.
Yeah. Almost. No. Almost killed you. Did kill me.
Where's the guy that had the same
one
nickname?
and a half. That's a 50% success rate.
Yeah. All right. I'll take that.
If the Illithids have one weakness, it is their overconfidence. Even if they know that there is a plot against them, perhaps they will not see it as a significant threat if we go about it in the right manner.
I say we get allies.
Also, what
Yes,
if
you
we
said that there were others that were afflicted.
Yeah.
Might we?
So we help them.
Might we move them to our cause?
Well, see, the thing is, when I cast a spell to help you, the intellect devourer jumped out of your head and your body was dead. I took a very powerful spell to bring you back, and I can't do that again today.
Oh, I see.
Takes a lot of power and, frankly, a lot of coin.
A lot of money too. Yeah. I'm thinking.
You know that I do know a thing or two, and the spell remove curse will also affect them in the same manner. But your concern is for after the creature leaves them.
Oh, yes.
I see.
Yeah. Can't really do that.
Well, as much as I despise the sisters, I do not wish to see them perish this early in their cycle.
No, I mean, the thing is, I can eventually bring them back. If with enough money, I can bring everyone that has died back with enough time. That is within my power to do. I just need spell components and I need time.
I mean, you can only do once a day?
Yes, but the cap, the limit to the spell that I used to bring you back is to a year. So
Yeah.
eventually, I can bring anyone that has been taken over back. So it's less of a concern about saving them now and just killing them now and going back to it later.
So what? We like kill them and then we just like stash the bodies somewhere.
Yes, exactly.
Remove the threat.
Yeah, all right.
I say that we gather allies within the dragons that are friendly to us. I was going to try and talk to Root, who I shared a drink with and my nickname with, and he seemed quite personable to myself. And I was thinking maybe I could bring him over to our side, and any others that are nice to humans and humanoid people like ourselves. Sorry if that sounded a little weird or bad. It's just I received a prophecy and I'm just kind of working off of that alone.
That didn't make it sound any better.
Well, it's given from like an authority figure higher up, so is it really my fault?
Yeah, all right.
It's a weird area. We don't have to go there, but it's bad.
I can't believe the queen would be a servant of another. She served for so long under Shografleas.
Yeah, well, there's not anything saying that she's doing it by choice, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe she's under control too, just like you are.
I've never heard of brain controlling an ancient dragon, but then I've never encountered such a thing to begin with, so.
Well, maybe. I mean, you know, everyone has their weakness, right? Like, there's something that maybe they could offer the queen that she might want.
Can these illithids, these mind flayers, disguise themselves as others? Is that within their purview? Could they be a guest here, or are they? The point I'm getting to is that if we kill the main head of the hive, the mind flayer, and we kill them, and then all the other people that they're controlling, something bad happens to them, like they stop, they die, or they go inactive, or some such, or they stop being under control. Because that sounds a lot better than fighting a ancient dragon in a party full of other dragons that will kill us immediately. I don't think we can do open combat.
I'd like to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Locate Creature on myself.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to try to locate any illithids or mind flayers around us.
Such as a human or a unicorn. That's tricky.
Oh, I guess it won't locate it if they're under a different form.
You can't.
You don't detect any illithids or mind flayers.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep concentration on this for an hour. Okay. So if anything comes up, and I'll let them know. You know, like, I'm not sensing anything right now, but also like this spell's real easy to manipulate. You know, it's no different than just looking at them. So if they got a polymorph spell or they got some sort of shapeshift on them, it's not going to notice. You know,
what about that portal you detected that you told us about?
Yeah, well, I mean, we could go check that out, I suppose. It didn't really strike me as anything strange. It's just a random portal under the town, you know. It's very common for towns and villages and stuff to have a little maybe teleportation circle or a small portal to some place or another. Actually, and I'll turn to Karthak. Do you know what the portal is in town? I detected some sort of a interdimensional little slip in there.
Yes, for the nobles to
Yeah.
come to and from town.
That's what I figured.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So,
Man, this sucks. You know, Karthok, I was at a point in my life where I wasn't paranoid anymore. I was fine. I had a place to sleep at night, that I wouldn't be killed in my sleep. People weren't reading my thoughts anymore. I wasn't afraid of being under scrutiny every living second of my life by a council of wizards. And now here I am again at a party with a creature that can read my thoughts, and I don't know what they look like.
Well, let us change the odds to be in our favor if we can, and then perhaps we just wait for our moment to strike.
I want to try something different. I'm going to recast my spell.
Okay.
I only have 1/4 level spell slot, but I do get a free casting of locate creature for one of my ranger things.
Okay.
I'll find it later. Anyway, so I'm gonna spend my spell slot to recast it this time, because I just had a much better idea. Instead of looking for Illithid, because they can hide from it so easily, always read your spells before you cast them, kids. I'm going to cast it and seek Intellect Devourers.
Ooh. There we go.
And as you key in on this, this is a creature you have seen, and you can hone in on this creature well, and you sense them around you, around your tent, even walking among the festivities. Perhaps a dozen.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. Easily, like at least a dozen or so. Listen, I'm gonna take a walk. All right. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna say anything to anyone. I'm not gonna start anything. I'm just gonna walk around and see where these things are pinging off of. You know?
Do you
See
have an idea?
who's setting it off, so we know.
Hmm.
What's your idea?
Well, we have the body of an intellect devourer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if we place it in somewhere public where a lot of eyes will see?
Just like showing that we know.
We don't have to say anything.
I like that. I like that a lot.
We gotta make sure a servant doesn't clean it up, though. That is an intellect developer.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta make sure as public. We can do it during dinner,
Oh yeah.
because everyone will be in one location. Everyone will be eating, regardless if they've been taken over or not. And then we can just kind of like chuck it on the table from far away or something like that.
What if when we do the wedding, somebody stands up and says, I object, and they're like, why do you object? And you go, this is why. And you throw it out into the middle of the aisle.
Okay, that's good, but it doesn't give us time.
Oh yeah.
What if one of us sneaks it as the main dish for the queen?
That would be funny, and that would be cool. I was thinking
Might
about
be a bit
that,
tricky.
but it's tricky. We could use Lucky and keep him invisible, and he could fly up high and just kind of drop it. And that way, all of us are at the table, and it doesn't look like we did it, but Lucky did it himself, and he just kind of flies off invisible.
Using it
Yeah,
during
'cause even
the
if,
ceremony.
because even if they see him, he can just disappear, right?
Yeah.
Go to his little pocket dimension, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I really want to take a quick walk around
Yeah.
and see who these things are pinging off of. Okay?
Real quick.
So, like,
P-Crawl,
Yeah.
you step out onto the south lawn, and you sense these creatures on all of the 4 lawns. Some of them are, quite near, and then some of them are just at the range of your 1,000-foot detection. As you step out of the tent, there are 3 at hand that you sense, and as you just sort of scan to get eyes on them, they're looking directly at you as well, and they seem to be expressionless. but with their gaze and their front fully facing you.
I'm going to just scan past them without even really fully acknowledging them. I'm making full use of my 23 passive wisdom to very casually, passively notice these things and these people without like being obvious about it. And I'm going to start to take a walk, like I said, and just like Epicraw's a bit of a restless guy anyway, so he's constantly like taking little walks and wandering around and stuff, so that's not uncommon for him to come out of his tent and wander around a bit. And he's just gonna take a little stroll. And he's gonna be looking for anybody else that these are pinging off of, looking for anybody like especially of note amongst these elites. Sure. that have been taken. And I'm also going to be keeping an eye on those ones I just saw just as I'm leaving, to see if they are going to follow me or if they're just watching our tent.
Okay. And as you walk around, you see the sisters Isath and Vita, and they display the traits of these intellect devourers. You notice that is their true nature, or they are within them. And as you're walking about, Mirut, the red, approaches. Oh, P. Crawl. Been looking for you.
Oh, hey, my root. Yes.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
And as you look nervously at him, he does not embody one of these creatures. Or
right.
Oh, well, actually, Queen Locriana, she just called me in. I'm surprised. She wants a private meeting with me.
Oh, yeah. Quite an honor. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a big honor. She talking with you right now.
Right,
like
I'm
is
on
that
my way over
right
there.
now?
Right now.
Yeah. Hey, do you have a second? You should come and talk with. You could come. Reynold, let Reynold give you his blessing before you go.
Oh.
It's a big important meeting. Do you have a minute? Just a minute. Just take a minute.
Well, that could look good. I am early. All right.
Yeah.
Go quick.
Oh, great.
Don't want
Good.
to keep
Come
the
with
queen
me.
waiting.
Good. Come with me. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him back to the tent, and then right like while we're waiting outside the tent, I'll be like, listen, hang on, Raw here. Let me just make sure he's cleaned up and ready to go from we just one second. And I'm gonna pop into the tent really fast, and I'm gonna say, hey, guys, I got oh shoot, what was his name? Already left my head.
Marut?
Marut. I've got Marut outside.
Oh, cool.
He's on his way to go see the queen right now.
Oh,
what do we do?
Bring him in here.
All right. Hey, Marut, come on in. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, Lord Rayner, Lord Kurthak. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
Lord
we're just having a little meeting.
Of course.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that's so great about your meeting with the queen. You're not going to go to that, though.
No, you're not.
Yeah. She is...
What now?
Well... And I'll point over on the table where the intellect devourer body is laying out. You see that?
Right.
Yeah, so that private meeting is her putting those in people's heads.
Ask Kurthak.
It is true.
Yeah, Kurthak was taken.
Yeah, and I was able to bring him back, but it's bad. don't go with the queen.
We had to eject that thing from his head, kill it, and then use magic to bring him back from death.
Oh, yeah, so, I thought I was going to get us to meet with the queen.
Yeah, that's what she's telling people. There's at least a dozen of them out here still.
Right.
Yeah. It's been happening all over.
Well, as I said, you have my axe.
Listen, we need to send some sort of word to the queen or something as to what's a good reason that you would not be able to make this meeting. Because you can't just not show up. Maybe you felt ill, broke a leg, something.
Break my leg. We can't.
Reynold grabs his hammer.
I mean,
and
it's honestly better. It's honestly better.
Hey, you're a big tough dragon. You can handle it.
We can make it better later. I've had a broken leg before.
Let me go deliver the news to her.
Okay. All right.
Because I can tell if she's right. I don't want to be here for this part. If it's all right.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I'm gonna go. Yeah, good luck. And he starts to leave, and he stops. He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a little flask, just a little flask of whiskey that he has, and he hands it to him. He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna need that." And he turns around and leaves.
All right. And Brando looks at him and is like, we both know that's not going to do anything, but that's all right. We're both too beefy for that. Can Reynold would like to look at somewhere on this leg, and I would want to make a medicine check to see where I could do the least amount of permanent damage. I'll heal it later, but just something that is like convincing enough, but not like horrible, you know?
Sure. We'll allow that to happen, and you can. He seems quite terrified of missing this meeting with the Queen. Otherwise, he surely wouldn't agree to something this outlandish.
Yeah. So I take my hammer and I say, "Oh, Bahamut, you gotta help me out here, pal." And I just go, whack.
And he cries and then stifles his pain. Right. Oh, I shouldn't have messed with you, Lord Reynold. That's the cover. We ain't in a fight. I had the upper hand. You took a cheap shot.
You took my nickname. You took my nickname. I can't stand that.
That'll do. And he just kind of sits there in agony.
Nightcrawler's head pops back in. Oh, hey, I forgot. What's the story? How does his leg break? We didn't cover that.
We fought. We got in a little kerfuffle. Everything's fine now, but we're fighting over who gets the nickname Red. Because we're both...
right. So just a little spat of honor.
Yeah.
Got it. Perfect.
We settled it though.
And I'm unconscious, he says.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, maybe you should have just knocked me out for a spell. Oh.
I mean, I can.
No,
we'll be here for a bit.
Done enough. P. Crawl, you go to the Queen's tent to deliver the message, and there is a guard who will hear your message. My lord,
yes.
We're not expecting you.
Yes. I know. You're expecting a friend of mine. Actually, I do believe. You got an appointment with
Lord Marut the Red.
Lord Marut, yes. I come to bring some unfortunate information. Marut, unfortunately, this just a bit ago, he got into a little tiff with another party member. Nothing to be concerned about. Just a battle of honors, so to speak. They've been fighting over a nickname or a title or something. I don't know, but he got hurt. Nothing too bad. He broke a leg. And he's unconscious. But my friend Reynold is getting him taken care of. It's just that, unfortunately, he can't make the appointment right now. He's very, very disheartened to have missed it. He was looking forward. And he wants to give the Queen his deepest, sincerest apologies and let her know that he means no disrespect and that he hopes that she can find time to possibly reschedule with him as soon as possible.
Well, I doubt that. Will you make a deception check, please?
And he understands if she's not able to make that arrangement, and he recognizes that he missed the honor because of his battle.
Yes.
Deception check. Okay, 19.
Very well. Well, the Queen has much to do today. What is one less meeting? Thank you, Lord Nicolo.
Thank you. And thank you for your understanding and thank you for passing on the information. Goodbye. And he'll give a deep bow, and as he does, he really focuses into that tent. Are there any intellect devourers in there?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. All right. And he turns and goes back. He gets back and he goes, all right, so good news. The Queen is not an intellect devourer. Bad news. That means we don't know why she's doing what she's doing. Also, I gave her the message about you, and I think you're going to be all right. And unfortunately, she's probably not going to invite you for another meeting. Oh, darn, you missed your chance. Oh, well.
All right. Well, that's good news.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get that leg fixed then.
Leave it. We just bandage it.
Yeah, I got you.
I feel like this doesn't make sense. Unless you're still angry and won't heal me because of it.
No,
Oh, yeah.
No, that's
No,
not
how about
clever.
this?
No, I'm a
didn't think this
forgiving sort.
through.
No,
Yeah,
no.
they won't believe that. To be fair, and don't take this the wrong way, but a more believable story would be that you might have been a little too stubborn to take the heels from him. No offense, no offense. Just might be a bit more
Because
believable.
I would have offered. I've became friends with people who have literally like stabbed me in the back before. It's not too crazy.
It literally has happened.
I wouldn't believe that you were resentful, but me, probably. Okay. God. And he just takes another drink.
Sorry.
So do you want it now or later?
No. I'll need to show up to the ceremony injured like this.
Hey,
It's just a few hours.
if it comes down to it and a fight does happen, will you help us? Just knowing that you won't attack us is great. That's awesome.
I told you I have my axe.
Okay, that's wonderful.
My word.
I don't know if you'll be able to help in gaining allies for this. Although you don't know who's taken or not.
I have to admit I'm not very popular, even among my own people.
Well, I will.
Yeah, me too.
I will say this much: there are 3 of them outside that are just watching our tent, like not even hiding it. They're just staring, rods out at us. Noticed them when I came out. I didn't recognize them as anybody like in particular that we know or of any merit or weight. But definitely 3 fellas out there that are watching us. Now, the good news about that is, if they got somebody watching us physically, that means they're probably not listening to us. Because if they were up here, they wouldn't need to be out there.
If the queen can hear us only when we're close to her, right? That's what you said, Kurthak. You know the most about these beings.
Well, only if the elder brain is close.
Then,
Right.
is she an elder brain or not?
Oh,
She's a
she
dragon.
might be.
We avoid it regardless. And it's clear. It
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks.
And
Yeah.
the ceremony is approaching soon. Will be taking place we'll call it 2 hours from now.
Would it not be wise to perhaps have a meeting with the Silverlight? Perhaps
Yeah,
he
but
might
what-
be one of these things as well.
Yeah, and then what do we do if he is?
Well,
We've done it once.
we don't do anything. We just leave.
We just. I mean, I can try to keep the spell up as best I can, But
Actually, I was wondering if you could take a look at Lady Morthosh. The High Chancellor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got at this point probably. Well, I mean, the spell only lasts for an hour, so I don't know. Between me going back and forth to the queen,
Would it help if I casted Fly on you and increased your speed?
I mean, I'm pretty quick as it is, but yeah, I mean, if I'm flying, I can definitely go faster.
The thing is, though, if we're going to fight, and we probably will, we might want to save the spells. Okay, here's the suggestion for me. We go find out if the Silver Light is a part of it, and we see if he is taken. If not, great, then we don't have to worry about that part of it. We go and we find each of the heads of the dragon folks that are sitting here on each of the lawns, and we see if any leaders are taken over or not. And we find ones that aren't taken over, and we try and convince them to maybe, at the very least, not attack us if something bad goes happen, or bring them to our side. And the more people we get, the more likely to go in our favor. Mordecai, you're probably going to have to do most of the talking. I will believe in you, and I might be able to do something for you spell-wise to help with that. Because I'm scared in the event that we expose this from all happening, that we're going to get annihilated from all sides. And I would like to have as much allies as possible, or at least as many non-combatants as possible. That's my suggestion.
Yeah.
My main concern right now is making sure that as many people know about the devourers as we can,
Yeah.
exposing them without exposing our hand.
Yeah. And it's going to be an interesting thing too, because when we put it out like that in front of everybody, it's going to really put the pressure on them. Do they come out and show themselves, or do they pretend like they don't know?
Do we? Another question: do we talk to these people beforehand, these leaders, and say, "Hey, this is what's going on," and then we prove it during dinner or the ceremony, and then they know that it was true, or do we talk to them afterwards?
No, I like the original idea of just having Lucky just like drop it in or something while we're sitting there, so that we've got the alibi. We could be just as surprised as everyone else. Be like, oh my goodness, what's that? Never seen one before. And then that way, if it does go sour and like it doesn't go the way we want it to, then we can sort of deny being a part of it. And
So how about
instead of just saying it's us and we know, and then everyone's like, we all know and we're gonna kill you, and it's like, oh shit. Yeah, that's what we don't want.
no, that's not what we don't want at all. That would be horrible. Okay, how about we go and start making allies, and then if they believe us or not, hopefully, when we do the drop during dinner, they will at least maybe change their minds.
So I don't think Lucky can do it actually, because
No,
what's the size of the intellect, the devourer?
It's tiny, I think.
I think it's small
It's a
enough
brain.
that Lucky can carry it. It is tiny.
Okay, because Lucky is tiny.
I don't think that would pose an issue. I think that's all right.
Okay.
They could just like slow his movement down, maybe, but that's fine.
Is it like actually the size of a brain, or like?
Yeah, I'm imagining that it is, not very large, probably just slightly exaggerated.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Little
right,
arms and
then-
legs.
Then that
Weirdest
should
looking
work.
little thing. Okay.
Okay.
How much time would you say has passed on my locate creature spell at this point? How much would you say I have left on
I would say you have, a brief walk left of it, maybe, 5 minutes, we'll say, getting
Okay.
towards the end of it. You'd like to make use of the remaining time of that?
Yeah, I just if we're gonna go out here trying to make allies and everything, I want to make sure that we're not approaching the wrong people.
Gotcha. Okay, so as you walk outside Peak Crawl, you notice that the people who are reflecting the intellect devourer, these seem to be dragons, dragon lords, dragon ladies of high renown. And so far, you've noticed that everybody who's been afflicted or Merut, these are all actual dragons in humanoid form. So before the spell wears off, you can, note several of the ones around you who do seem to have intellect devourers. Now, as you approach to make friends, what is your idea here?
well, we have Mordecai go forward because he's the best at talking to people.
If he
So
wanders towards the wrong one, he gets a mental note of no.
And then we kind of start like hopefully at the highest up we can, and then work our way down with the heads of the different areas. Because if we get the approval and the allyship with someone who is lording over multiple servants or some such that are all actually dragons, then we only have to convince one person instead of many. Plus, it'll be a powerful person that will maybe not kill us. And that's the plan of action, I think.
The first, you approach a couple who are talking, and they seem to have a copper hue to their scales. Mordecai, would you please make a persuasion check as the group of you kind of like break down the situation and try to...
Wait. Since I know we're doing this, I'm going to cast a second level spell on him. I'm going to give him enhance ability, and I'm going to give him Eagle Splendor. So with every persuasion check he's going to be doing, he's going to do it at advantage.
Okay.
I was going to ask, is there any way where I could use deception to maybe exaggerate the facts a bit?
Yes.
Perfect. In that case, so that gives me advantage on charisma checks?
Yep.
Okay. Deception. $25.
You're saying that the Black Dragon has an evil scheme.
It wishes to conquer every dragon and place an intellect devourer within its brain. In fact, we have evidence that it's already begun its plot.
Evidence, you say? Are you sure you're not simply jealous, Lord Reynald, that there will be a new light?
No, I was quite happy with there being a new sect. It's more worship. Doesn't matter, as long as it's in the name of the light, whatever color that light may be, it's all good.
Do you present the evidence, the physical evidence?
Hmm.
Give him a little peek.
Keep your eyes open. The truth will reveal itself.
The
I promise you that.
The evidence will be presented, and I'll show you that you will see it.
You'll know it.
You
Because we are
have
doing
to be,
deception after all.
coy.
They don't seem quite convinced, but they don't outright accuse you of anything. So there's that.
You watch. We'll see. You'll see. We just want you to know what's going on, so that when the evidence is shown at the right time, that you know what it means.
And there are a group of silver dragonborn gathered that you can try to persuade next, if you would. I'm feeling like this should probably just be a persuasion check, because I don't feel a lot of deception coming from this.
Okay, we can do that.
If you would, please. At advantage.
Intellect devours 40 feet long.
Long, stalking legs, towering over the
pointy
mountainside. They're gonna kill us all.
Put it in the water.
It's in the water.
24.
Hey, that's still not bad.
Look, I know that we all want sugar fleas back, but can't we just have this?
If it were true, if what they said was true, it'd be great, but it's not. Already they have shown their hand. I can't imagine what they'll do when they have full control.
It's hard to trust you when you wear the face of a devil.
My friends.
Have you never heard the saying, better the devil that you know?
Mordecai, will you make another persuasion check, please?
Still with advantage.
Still with
Awesome.
advantage. Yep.
I will reaction. No, I won't. I won't do that because
I'm gonna go ahead and use Devil's Own Luck on this
Okay.
because I feel like it's really important. It's 28.
Nice. Well, that's has its merits. I meant no offense, and certainly if something goes down with Queen Locriana, you will have our swords, as long as it is not against Shindors, of course.
Of course.
And so you have managed to make an allegiance with this small group of Dragonborn. Perhaps 3 of them. of that are silver. And as you continue asking here and there, you begin to feel as though your efforts are having diminishing returns, and nobody seems to be very open to this idea, except for the first, that specifically that one group, and then the first couple didn't seem completely against what you had to say. And so you have, had some effect in finding some allies here amongst the other people. Now, I think that is kind of the planning and setup for, the eventuality that is the ceremony that we're working towards. Yeah. So I feel like you guys have kind of explored some different avenues here as the time has gone on, and it would be drawing quite near to the ceremony, and I would expect the entire encampment to be kind of preoccupied with preparing for that. There's songs of celebration as the people are going about their business, and of course the smell of pork is heavy in the air. And so if there's anything that you guys would like to do before the ceremony, let's take care of that now. And why don't we start with P. Crawl?
Well, we're gonna. Are we going with the plan with Lucky dropping off the stuff?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Then Pakral is going to the only thing he wants to do is when we get to the ceremony, he wants to get a nice view of the layout of the area, and sort of a battle plan type of thing. Really upset that I used my only spell and I can't have that locate creature up right now. That would be very helpful, but here we are. And yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna.
Okay, if anything else comes to mind, you can mention that as well. Mordecai, do you have anything in mind?
I think just making sure that Lucky has the Devourer and understands the plan. So I'll probably go over it with him a couple times, so he understands it.
And this is at dinner or before the ceremony, where we place that right now.
The ceremony will take place much like a wedding would, and it appears the rose garden has been laid out for that with benches across the frozen ponds in addition to the large concrete benches. And Reynold?
My concern is I want to cast a spell, but it only lasts for 10 minutes, and I don't know if we're going to get into any trouble within that time. So if it's just whenever we plan to drop the...
So before the ceremony begins, essentially. My understanding was you guys are going to try to spring that in the middle of the ceremony or at an opportune moment before the ceremony is concluded.
When people are all around.
When everybody's gathered and their attention is ready for that to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be dinner, but just whenever people are all around.
With dinner would be after the would be a celebration after the ceremony.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we want to interrupt the ceremony. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Then in that case, I want to cast on Crawl. I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil, because he's out of everybody here is probably going to be in the mix the most. So I'm going to give him a Protection from Good and Evil. Works against aberrations, which is what we're dealing with, and it just disadvantage on attacks against him, and he can't be possessed, charmed, or frightened.
Love that.
Yeah, which is my main concern. But with that done, he's just gonna touch you, and the necklace around the red hook around your neck glows, and it's kind of like a shimmering, like an effect as if light's coming from underwater, that type of effect, but with a red ruby light.
It matches my cloak now.
Yeah,
I like it.
Here you go, get him, you devil. Sorry, Mordecai. You too.
And this is for the time leading up to the ceremony, or you'd like to do this immediately before the ceremony?
I like to do this immediately before, so it lasts longer.
Okay.
Maybe do it like right before Lucky drops the.
Because we'll
thing.
know when Mordecai will let us
Yeah,
know.
exactly. So when we're ready to go, we can use my telepathy to sort of like coordinate, the everything, and yeah. So yeah, maybe pop it like right before that happens,
Okay.
and then you know what? There's gonna be a lot going on, so. Actually, no. I'm gonna wait on that because that one's only 1 minute. So I'll wait and I'll do that at the moment.
Okay. It sounds like you guys have made your preparations, and there is a plan in effect here. And so when we resume, we'll pick up, with your intended actions here as they fall into place. And until next week, the adventure will continue.
Hey, at least we set up Ben for a good boss fight that wasn't in the same session.
Yeah.
Boss fight? What are you guys talking about?
Wait, where's the
Ben,
beholder?
you shut up.
Where's the